while. I have two different lives going. Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube people. That I'm going live on YouTube, and then I'm also going live on Facebook as well. So let me get this up here. You see me looking in two different places? This is why. So I know I haven't been on in quite some time. I've been trying to power myself down, um, just kind of trying to figure things out and balance things out. So today it has been put upon me. There have been quite a few of you who maybe have received a phone call from me or a text message or maybe an instant message today. Whether I personally know you or do not personally know you, today has been a day of messages for me. I have been being downloaded into to give people their messages. So today I'm just going to have some that I'm just going to blurt it out. And if it applies to you, it applies to you. If it does not, fine. If you know somebody it applies to, that's fine. So I also have a couple of my decks here. One of them is my Soulful Woman decks, which is, I only use this one for men. And then I also have the Oracle of the Mermaids deck, which is what I use for the women. So this is for entertainment purposes only. During the reading, I may understand, you may not. You may understand, I may not. We both may understand during the reading, or we both may not understand during the reading. I'm going to ask that you respect my perspective, and I respect your perspective as well. Please do not use these as a form of therapy or advice. You've been blessed with the gift of discernment. Take the information you need and throw the rest away. So, hello, Natasha. Hello, hello. So today I've had quite a few messages coming in. A lot of the messages that have come in, hey Damon, a lot of the messages that had come in today. One, if you are in a love triangle, and what I mean by a love triangle is meaning that if you are in a love triangle of you have what you want, you don't know what you want, and how do I get it? And I know that sounds like a really weird triangle. Um, Again, I don't understand why it comes out that way, but if you're in this weird triangle space, consciously you know what you want. Subconsciously you want something different. And then you're trying to figure out how to get what you want. This message is for you. There are a lot of people that are in strange situationships. They're actually in relationships that they don't want to be in. Why you're in relationships that you don't want to be in, be they family, friend, co-worker, otherwise, or romantic partner, I have no idea. It's not up to me to decide or make those decisions. Let's see what's got going. I'm pulling from my Oracle card deck of the Mermaids. The very first card that stands out is the experiments cards. Right now you're in that experimental phase, and you're just definitely trying to figure out what type of relationship that you want when it comes to matters of the heart. In the past you've gone, and that's what this real lot this part is the past. This is your present. In the past you've always done these things that have been hurtful to you emotionally, and so now that you're in this vulnerable space, you're trying to figure out, do I want to hold on to some of those things that gave me unpleasant experiences in the past, or do I want to create something new? You know what? All I know how to do is to have these old experiences. I mean, it feels weird to have a new experience. It feels weird to be able to have somebody that actually desires me, that actually wants me, that actually cares about me, follows up. Like, you know, you're waiting for the bomb to drop. And it's like, why are you waiting for the bomb to drop? There is no bomb to drop. There are people out there that actually do care about you, that actually do love you, that actually can fall under what your love standard is. And it's important that you understand what your love standard is. One of the parts of failure of relationships is the fact that you are not committing to yourself. You are not committing to yourself. You are not committing to yourself. If you want somebody to commit to you, when you want somebody to love you, you want somebody to appreciate you, you want somebody to hear you out, you want somebody to buy you roses. I keep hearing roses. There's somebody specifically on here that likes roses, specifically red roses. Red roses don't mean shit if the person is not loving you. It's just a flower. It's the intention of what is being given to you when those roses are being given to you. Somebody can give you a rose, but if it smells like shit, it's not beautiful. It's just shit what they're giving you. You feel what I'm saying? So you need to understand what love is. It's time to take a look in the reflection of the waters of your life. Water, you need to sleep. You need to pray. You need to meditate. You need to figure out specifically what do you want in your love relationship. You've created this triangle for yourself. You're living in a fantasy. It's not real. You need to get what you want in your love life. If you want what you want in your love life to manifest, you first have to figure out, what is my reality of love? What is my reality of love? What is it? Do you really think that you can have somebody that's tall, Tina? Yes. I'm creating a tall person. Everybody around me is creating against me. Why? If I said I wanted a black Mercedes, they'd be like, girl, I hope you get that black Mercedes. But I say I want a man over 6'2", girl, you need a shorter man because you 5'3". Why are you crushing my dream? Why you can't let me be great? Sometimes this is why these relationships in the past have failed, is because you have shared your love dreams and your goals with somebody, or your ideas of what a relationship is. You have shared this with people and they have crushed your dream. Because remember, I say to you guys all the time, be careful who you ask to pray for you, P-R-A-Y, because there are people that are praying for you, P-R-E-Y. They are going against what you desire. Lately, especially the last month or so, I've been seeing posts going, sometimes you got to move in silence. And there's a reason why you got to move in silence, because when you are in this vulnerable stage and you're sharing with some people, you know what? This is the type of love I want to have, because they can't see it. They can't see your vision of love. They don't understand the vision of love that you have. They don't even think it exists because they've never experienced it for themselves. So they want to come and they want to crush your dream. Don't let nobody crush your dream when it comes to matters of the heart. Start committing to yourself. Start loving yourself. You know what? Make that commitment. If you want what you want, you can get what you want. Commit to yourself first, and you will start attracting in what you desire in your life. That level of commitment will come back to you. Now we're going to talk about visions. Visions, okay? The visions that we're talking about right now are visions of love. Mariah Carey made a song, I have a vision of love, right? Her vision of love is amazing for her and beautiful for her, and you must also have a vision of love. If you need to make you a vision board, make it. There's nothing wrong with creating the man that you want. There's nothing wrong with creating the woman that you want. There's nothing wrong with creating the relationship that you want, but you first must be able to visualize. Some of the indoctrinated beliefs that you believe about relationships, they are no longer serving you. Let that shit go. Let that shit go. Let that shit go. You are no longer in that experimental stage anymore. You know what you want out of love. You know what you want and what you don't want. Stop sharing your love standards with people that don't understand it. Only share it with those that understand, because that is what you are going to draw in when it comes to your love language. Whoever it is that I saw earlier, that those roses are so important to you, roses ain't shit if they smell like shit. Roses are only beautiful when it's being handed to you from the person that is giving you love. If the person that is handing you that rose is handing you ill intentions, they are handing you shit. Stop accepting shit. You do not have to accept that behavior. You deserve better than that. You deserve better than that. I'm going to pull a card for the men when it comes to love. And then I'm going to go on to the next message, because there's a man that's coming within my vision. And he wants me to give a match. He's saying he's a garbage man, and he's also a cleanup man, and he takes pride in what he does. I feel like this man is from the 1940s or the 1950s. He says he's not related to anybody per se, but he is just here to hand out messages. But he's going to let me pick a card first. So I thank him for his presence. He has a garbage uniform on, and is transferring between the colors green and the colors blue. To me, he's saying that these different colors are representing transitions and time periods in his life where the green was a healing period and the blue was a communication period when it came to matters of the heart and matters of love. And he had to learn the hard way. He had to lose a relationship of over 21 years. He's being real specific. I had to lose a relationship of over 21 years before I could understand the importance of love and being surrounded by somebody that really truly appreciated me. I took advantage of the young lady that I was with. She was loving me. She was hugging on me. I would come in. I would growl at her. I would bark at her. And, and she would try to love me through all that for over 21 years. We did not have any children together. I was bitter about that. I blamed her, only to come to find out in the end it was because of me. It was my seeds that did not work, and I had to take responsibility for that. And so for any of the men that are watching this, that are not appreciating the women that they have in their life that are currently loving them, whether it be their mother, whether it be their sister, whether it be whoever it may be that is of the feminine energy. I feel like there are some women that are in your presence that also carry a very strong masculine energy because they have had to be strong through certain situations. And those women we used to look down on and say they're trying to be men, but they are not trying to be men. They are being strong. And we need to learn how to respect those particular women. After I released this relationship of over 21 years, he's saying it took him 5 years to find another woman that would actually deal with him. And so this man is saying, hey, after that 5 years, I finally found that woman. And when I found that woman, I had to put in a lot of hard work to get her to understand that, hey, I am different. I know on outward appearances, I look like I'm a hot mess, but on the inside, I'm beautiful. And she was like, I just really don't know, because it just seems like you're the type of man that would not appreciate a woman like myself. So I had to make a lot of changes within myself as a man. When you change yourself, what she's saying, he's pointing to me, he's saying what she's saying is true. You do have to commit to yourself. You do have to love yourself in order to bring this love into your life. And he's doing like this, and he's having this yellow, is going between yellow and yellow, orange, and white emanating from his chest. And he's saying what this is just transition. This is just me sharing this with you guys. He said, I really appreciate you guys taking time to listen to my story. He said, I will tell you my age. My age is 51 years of age at this point in time. He says, I just felt like I wanted to be appreciated and I wanted to be loved. But first I had to learn how to be loved and learn how to be appreciated. So thank you for hearing my story. And so I thank that gentleman for coming forward. I don't know who, like I said, where he came from. He just all of a sudden appeared. So here comes someone else. So here's I'm going to call her a young lady. She likes to be called a young lady, but this lady is definitely in her it looks like her late 40s or 50s. She's a bit of a rotund. She says, I'm rotund. She doesn't mind being rotund. She's embracing that energy and embracing herself. She has on a white dress. It's white on the top with some lace, and it comes here in the front. And then I can't tell if this is a skirt or a part of the dress, but it's white, and it has these big, huge flowers on it. And the flowers are, looks like an orangey. And then in the center of it, it looks kind of yellow. I've never seen a flower like this. I wanted to call it a hibiscus, but I'm not sure if that's it. But she has that on her skirt. Her skin is brown, is very smooth. She takes very good care of her skin, and she's saying, even though I am a rotund woman, I am very healthy, I eat very well, I take care of myself, I'm very proud of who I am. She says, I get up and I dance to music every day. And then I seen her put on a leotard, and she has like the pink stockings with the black leotard, and she's not caring about her size. She doesn't give no fucks. And she gets out and she goes and she dances. And then she's also starting to sing. And then she's also painting. And she said, one of the things that I had to learn about love was I had to learn to love myself. And I had to learn to love, to embrace who I am. And she's saying, this is my husband. And so she's showing me her husband. And her husband is this, he's tall and he's slender, but then he goes to being short. Okay? So he goes tall and slender, and then he goes to short. And she's saying, you know, the reason why he's coming and appearing to you as tall and as short, in physical appearance he is short, but his spiritual energy is tall for me. And she said, and once I became to love myself, it didn't matter that he was smaller. I used to accept it. And she's showing me one, two, three different men in her life that were also huge and big and rotund like she was, but those people were big and rotund, but they were not happy within their self. And she felt like that a man smaller than herself would not desire her. So now she's saying, look, I do have this man that is smaller than me, but he loves me just as much. His energy is tall, his energy is big, and this is what I love about him. He loves who he is, and he embraces who he is. We joke and laugh and say whenever we walk around we're the number 10, and that's what we are together. We are a 10, and in most cultures the number 10 is recognized as a perfect sign. And she said, so learn to love yourself. So she says, for those of you that are listening, she said, realize whether you are rotund and beautiful like I am, or whether you are slender and short tall like my husband is, know that embracing yourself is one of the key elements that you're going to need in your life in order to be able to accept love. She's like, okay, now show them the card. So this is the card that I have pulled, okay? I'm going to show it over here, and then I'm also up on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Hey, y'all. Okay, on here. So at the bottom, it says number 21, and it says Soul's Journey. And it says, living from soul opens me to the magic that exists when I surrender to divine manifestation of its own terms and timing. And what she's saying is she's telling me to look at the moon. So she's telling me look at the moon. The moon has many different phases, just like we have different phases, and where we need to learn to grow and change through these different phases. Right? And she says, when it comes to love, you have been through a transition. If you've been married before and you're like, I'm never getting married again, why are you never getting married again? Are you getting married again because that one failed? Maybe you should go back and look at what the lesson is. She said, I had three failed relationships before I found my husband, is what she's saying. And she says that he loves every bit of this rotundness. She's making sure that she's letting you know, I am rotund. Like she's she's like, and I love me. She's like, I love me, and he loves me, and he loves me because I love me. And she says, you have to love you. So this is her her message to you guys. Thank you for showing up. Okay. Woo. This is an interesting one. Today is the day for messages, y'all. So there's a gentleman in front of me, and he's giving the appearance of, he's wearing the, I can't believe I'm saying, but he's wearing like the Pope outfit. Like, he doesn't have the big tall hat on, but he does have on the, the white garb with the trim and the stuff in the front, and he's got his hands in front of him like this. He's got the white shoes on but the robe covers his feet and then uncovers his feet, and covers his feet and uncovers his feet. I have no idea why that is happening. And he's looking at me and he's saying, I'm just coming to you from a religious viewpoint and standpoint. And he says, one thing I want you to understand about religion has nothing to do with who you believe in, but religion has everything to do with what you practice. A lot of people get it mixed up in thinking that you have to believe in a certain deity. He says this is not what religion is about. Religion is about practices. That's what this is about. What are your practices in your life? If you're saying you want love in your life, what practices are you doing to have love in your life? God is going to bless you with whatever it is that you desire, but you have to be specific and you have to know what you want. What is love by your definition? He says, I'm a pope. My love is for God. Period. A lot of people have convoluted the things that I have said. They've taken my words out of context. I cannot control that. All I can do is provide you with this religious information that I'm giving you now. You can choose to accept it or you can choose to deny it. We all have choices in life. What I want you to think of when it comes to religion is, what are your practices in your daily life? This is what God wants you to understand is important. This is what he is saying. Whatever your religious practices are when it comes to love, this is how you're going to manifest. He said, much like what the rotund lady said. You want to manifest love in your life, you're going to have to put forth the effort, and you are going to have to put it into practice. If you desire to love and be kind, if you want to hug a person every day, you want to kiss a person every day, you want a compliment from the person every day, whatever it is that you are wanting to receive in love from that person, you are going to have to give it out. If you are just sitting here waiting on this person to come, it's not going to happen. You're going to have to put out an energy that is going to draw them in. And he says, he's raising his hand and he's saying, thank you, this is all that I have. And he says, for those of you that are doubting, yes, I actually am a pope. He says, and you know, we don't always talk about, people think that all we talk about is God, but we do talk about life. That's part of being a spiritual leader, is being able to teach people about life. He's saying if all you're ever hearing about is somebody telling you to love God and they're not teaching you life principles, you may need to change your church home. There you have it. I don't know who this Pope is. He just came. I don't know. So, you guys, today is a day of messages, like I said. I have no idea where all of this is coming from, but I am just sharing those messages today as they come. A lot of the messages that have come through have been very blunt. To me, I think they're rude. I would prefer to give people loving and kind messages. But as I have been told, sometimes you can't always be nice. Sometimes you've got to shake the people up a little bit to give them what they want. This is all that I have for you guys for today. I just felt that I needed to share this for whatever reason. Make sure that you share this post, because if there's somebody that none of these messages may apply to you, but some of these messages may apply to someone that you know, or there is somebody out there that needs to see this, that is going to understand when I'm saying I'm seeing the Pope and they're giving a certain message, that person may understand it. When I say I see this big rotund lady with this skinny husband that's giving this message, when I say I see this garbage man that's over here that's trying to give you guys information on love and relationships, which I know anytime any energy shows up in my presence, I am very grateful and I'm very thankful for any of those, and I'm very respectful to any of those energies. But I know all of those particular energies are coming forward because they're trying to help not only me, but they're trying to help you guys as well. So I thank you guys for trusting me with these messages. My name is Tina Wolf. I am in the DFW Metroplex area. If you need massages, I got you. Bookwithtina.com is my website. If you need an intuitive one-on-one reading, I got you. You can go online and you can book your own appointments online now through bookwithtina.com. Or if you need crystals and stones, I got you. So make sure you guys are taking time to love yourself and ask yourself, what are you committing to when it comes to you? Are you committing to, I'm going to get a massage every month? Or are you committing to, I'm going to go and I'm going to walk once a month out at this park that I love so much? Or are you committing to, I'm going to go give myself a staycation because I deserve that? What are you doing to create love in your life and create commitment in your life so that you are bringing in the type of person that you love and desire, not the ones that are the opposite reflection of what you want? All right, that's it, you guys. That's all I got. Remember to compliment at least 5 people a day, because you never know whose life you can change. You never know whose vibration you can raise up. And you never know what door of opportunity is going to open up for you because you took the time to compliment somebody today. I love you guys. Share this video. Mwah. Love you. Bye. And shout out to all of you YouTube people in YouTube world. Hang in there. Love you lots.